Hey everyone, I hope you're having happy holidays. This is indeed the last video of the year on the channel, and I hope you've been well. In this episode of Disney Dust, we're going to be reviewing Mary Poppins Returns, and for this one I've actually typed out quite a lot of things, so I'm going to actually read from my document. But in any case, there will be no spoilers, so I will touch on certain aspects of the movie that aren't spoilers, but it's best to just anyhow watch this video after you've watched the movie. So I watched Mary Poppins the day before I watched Mary Poppins Returns with my good friend Julian, and here's what I thought. Okay, in general, I was not disappointed with Mary Poppins. I've been looking forward to this for a very long time. The music, let's talk about the music first. It's spot on in capturing the flavor of the original. So I think the music is the best thing from this movie to me. I'm going to be listening to the songs again and again and again. They're just so wonderful. So I thought the lyrics were charming. The songs really come together very well as a collective with a very strong focus and identity. So it's very seamless and it's not jarring. You know where in some musicals you get one song that just doesn't really blend in with the album or the soundtrack in general. So Mary Poppins is spot on with that seamless quality to it, the music, and even the underscoring, as Julian put, is just beautiful. Okay, talking about Mary Poppins as a character herself, this is how I see Julie Andrews. Now, Julie Andrews is a very wholesome, sort of person, right? I mean, the image that she portrays is very wholesome. So I would attribute that to having soft, round energy. You know, she has a button nose, she's wholesome. But Mary Poppins is a sharp character. So I like it very much because it comes together very well. It's the unexpected sharpness you get from a wholesome, round outward appearance. But with Emily Blunt, to put it bluntly, she has sharper, she's not blunt, she's sharp. She has sharper features and she has a sharper personality in general. And Mary Poppins is also sharp. So when you put that together, it makes a very much edgier Mary Poppins. I don't know if you agree, it's not better or worse, but they're both very, very different. Or rather, the feel of Mary, because Mary is sharp, you know. And Emily did say that she went to the books to create her Mary because, you know, in the books she's a lot ruder and more blunt in general. So having seen the two Marys, I personally prefer Julie Andrews' version, but that's just my preference. It's very hard to capture that, you know, maybe it's nostalgia, you know, that's doing it for me, or that's creating my bias. Anyhow, so what did I think about the movie? Let's get into the aspects of it. Much like many of the remakes these days that Disney has done, like Star Wars, for example, they've recreated this movie and they've kept the same formula. I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing, but I think because there's a nostalgic aspect to these movies, I think it is a good thing. But of course the downside is that you don't create a fresh new story. However, so let's look at some of the similarities, right? So we have the long overture, which is very typical of a traditional musical film, and that's very nice. There are two songs in the animated sequence of this new Mary Poppins movie as well. So that's the Jolly Holiday sequence that it's you know, paying homage to. Mary Poppins also sings a lullaby, much like Stay Awake in this new one called Place Where Lost Things Go, my favorite song of this movie. We meet another relative of Mary Poppins. It's not Albert Turvey this time. Albert, not Turvey, that's Albert, Uncle Albert, basically, the one who laughs a lot. It's instead of Arthur Turvey, who is from the books, Mary meets Topsy Turvey, who's played by Meryl Streep, who does an amazing Russian accent, and Julian says that this is yet another character that we've never seen Meryl do, and it's just surprising because she does this all the time. She's just pulls something out of nowhere, you know, something amazing out of nowhere. In any case, the actual story, Arthur is the relative, not Topsy. Topsy in the book is a maid that she introduced to Arthur, who then became Topsy-Turvy. So anyhow, so that's another, like, a little tribute to the the old Mary Poppins, whereby, you know, there's another relative that we meet. We also have a Bert character type played by Lin-Manuel Miranda. This time there's no sort of sexual chemistry because, you know, well, I won't give a spoiler. In any case, that's the other similar thing. And then also a tribute to Step in Time with the Trip a Little Light Fantastic sequence. So all in all, there are so many parallels, like the, you know, the balloons at the end instead of kites. So many little homages, amazing. However, the difference is within all these scenes, I think in general, you have a lot going on. The technology, you know, has changed, and, you know, we're keeping up with trends. Pacing is faster, so I don't know. It's got a lot more in these scenes that, you know, the Trip a Little Light Fantastic, for example, it's just got so much going on. You've got bicycles and, you know, just very busy. So I feel, though, that this busyness has caused, we've lost a bit of that simplistic charm that I believe Mary Poppins should be about. So I didn't hate these scenes, but I just found them to be possibly too busy at times. Generally, it was fun. It was a lot of just, you know, just whimsical stuff, nothing too serious, and I enjoyed that, you know, that they took these moments, you know, without having to say anything serious, but to still indulge in them. However, the only part that disturbed me in this movie was that the part of the Royal Dalton Music Hall, because of all the adventures that the children have gone on with Mary, that were initiated by her, this was the first that I felt unsafe for the children. And, you know, I thought to myself, what are you doing, Mary? You know, prancing around on stage while the children slip off to danger. Quite irresponsible, actually. So the fact that the film never indicated or showed that Mary was, you know, even aware of the fact that the children slipped away didn't quite agree with me. You know, it's uncharacteristic of her to not be responsible. So yeah, that's my 2 cents worth. Otherwise, it was really special to see Dick Van Dyke come back as a different character, and especially to see him break into dance. Angela Lansbury made a surprise appearance and was wonderful too, although my friend Julian said he had hoped Meryl would return at the end of the movie. And I agree, you know, because it's like something about the song Nowhere to Go But Up, so like there's an up and down thing, so, you know, I feel like she should have come back, because Angela Lansbury is just out of nowhere. She's not related to the Mary Poppins franchise, you know, if anything. I mean, do you think this role was written for Julie Andrews to come back? What do you think? That's something that might have been, you know, I don't know. I think that's possible. And also, Angela Lansbury is so extra in this movie. You know, she's in the credits it says balloon lady. Angela Lansbury is playing a balloon lady. Can you imagine that? All in all, I give this movie a 4 out of 5. What did you think? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. Until next year, see you. Bye-bye.